Dodge, a prominent American car manufacturer, has been at the forefront of producing exceptionally impressive muscle cars for more than a century. However, beneath the surface of Dodge's success and its founders, the Dodge brothers, lies a hidden and dark secret, a deep-seated rivalry with the renowned Henry Ford. These two spirited and boisterous Irish individuals engage in a fierce competition with one of the most influential and powerful figures in American history, almost causing his downfall. Hi, I Prosper Plus family. Brace yourself for an exhilarating journey as we delve into the captivating tale of the Dodge brothers, their hidden conflicts, and the intriguing attempt to dismantle one of the greatest inventors of the industrial age. Like and subscribe, let's get on with the video. John and Horace Dodge, born in Niles, Michigan in the 1860s, hailed from a family of machinists. After accumulating expertise in their field, the Dodge brothers decided to embark on their own entrepreneurial journey. In 1896, Horace patented dirt-proof bicycle ball bearings, which proved to be highly lucrative. He generously shared the credit and wealth with his brother John. The following year, in collaboration with a man named Frederick Evans, they established a successful bicycle manufacturing venture named Evans and Dodge. The brothers capitalized on their patents, selling them to major bicycle companies across the United States. In 1902, they established their own shop, specializing in designing car parts for Detroit-based automakers. Their remarkable craftsmanship caught the attention of the renowned automaker Ransom Olds, who placed their first business order for 3,000 transmissions for Oldsmobile. The Dodge brothers' business rapidly expanded, transforming them into one of the country's largest suppliers of automobile parts. It became evident that cars were the future of transportation. Consequently, by 1903, they shifted their focus from bicycle parts to cars, gaining fame without the Detroit community. Despite being 4 years apart in age, John and Horace Dodge shared a close bond and did everything together. They even dressed identically and opened letters only if addressed to both of them. These red-headed brothers were also known for their affinity for alcohol and their rough demeanor. John Dodge, in particular, had a notorious temper and could easily fly into a fit of rage. On one occasion, while leaving a bar and struggling to start his car, a passerby made a joke about it. John responded by delivering a powerful punch that sent the man flying across the street. Many such incidents remained largely undisclosed, but word spread. The Detroit Times reported that the Dodge brothers had caused a brawl in a city bar, solidifying their reputation as brawlers. John Dodge had to issue a public apology, pay for damages, and even threatened to kill the newspaper owner. Consequently, the Dodge brothers were not well regarded in Detroit. The elite class shunned them due to their lack of refinement, and they were even denied entry into the Detroit Symphony. In response, they purchased the entire symphony when they were prohibited from joining the country club. Horace constructed an extravagant mansion directly across the street in a defiant act. Money may not have bought them friends, but it certainly garnered them enemies. The Dodge brothers were about to encounter someone who would drastically alter the course of their lives. In 1903, the renowned automaker Henry Ford approached them. Already established and wealthy within the automobile industry, the Dodge brothers possessed expertise in manufacturing high-quality parts. Ford, having recently split from his his former company, which went on to become Cadillac, had plans to establish his own venture, the Ford Motor Company. However, he faced a significant hurdle: insufficient funds and supplies to launch the new business. Thus, Ford sought the assistance of the Dodge brothers in terms of financing. The Dodge brothers agreed back to Ford, providing a $10,000 investment consisting of $3,000 in cash and the remaining $7,000 in auto parts. Henry gave them a 10% stake in the newly formed Ford Motor Company, and they signed a contract committing to work exclusively for him. John and Horace took a risk by relinquishing their existing clients to focus solely on the success of the Ford Motor Company. The contract included a provision stating that if Ford failed to generate profit, the Dodge brothers had the right to seize all company assets. This arrangement proved advantageous for the Dodge brothers, as even in the event of failure, they would gain control of an entire car company for their own business. While assisting Ford financially, they also exploited his vulnerability. Over the course of a decade, the three formed a genuine friendship, with John Dodge even becoming the vice president of the Ford Motor Company. By 1910, there was a high demand for their auto parts, leading the Dodge brothers to establish their own factory called the Dodge Main Plant in Hamtramck, Michigan. The factory, covering 67 acres, featured 35 buildings and boasted its own vehicle test truck, medical facility, fire department, cafeteria, and more. The Dodge brothers supplied Ford with a substantial number of transmissions, axle sets, and chassis, contributing significantly to the success of the Model T. However, as time went on, John and Horace recognized areas where the Model T could be improved. They redesigned numerous parts and presented their ideas to Henry Ford, but he stubbornly refused to reconsider their feedback. The Dodge brothers believed they could enhance the car, but Ford insisted on its perfection. The deteriorating relationship between the Dodge brothers and Ford resulted in a significant rift, leading them to leave the Ford Motor Company and embark on their own venture. These marked the beginning of a fierce rivalry between Henry Ford and the Dodge brothers. In 1914, John and Horace Dodge commenced manufacturing their own vehicles, while quickly gained a reputation for durability and value. Their expertise in car parts manufacturing and their ability to implement improvements ignored by Ford allowed them to create the successful four-cylinder Dodge Model 30. Their marketing campaigns emphasized dependability, capturing public interest and attracting more than 6,000 people on the car's first day. Despite Henry Ford's attempt to undercut their business by lowering the price of the Model T, many customers recognized the superior quality of the Dodge cars. By 1916, the Dodge Model 30 became the second best-selling vehicle in the United States, posing a significant challenge to Ford. The Dodge brothers continued to expand and refine their cars, making them powerful, comfortable, and enjoyable to drive. Although their company was smaller than Ford's, it grew steadily. Meanwhile, Henry Ford, feeling betrayed by the Dodge brothers, devised a plan to eliminate his investors and gain complete control of his company. He reduced investor dividends, opened the enormous River Rouge plant, raised worker wages, and lowered the price of Model T. These actions made it difficult for the Dodges to compete, and some speculate that Ford's intention may have been to intentionally bankrupt his own company to punish the stockholders. Eventually, Ford's actions led to a lawsuit, resulting in the investors receiving $19 million in damages, with a significant portion going to Henry Ford himself. By the end of 1919, Henry Ford successfully bought out the Dodge brothers, who received $25 million for their 10% share. However, their dividends over the years amounted to over $32 million, resulting in a total of $57 million earned from their investment in Ford. Despite Ford's efforts, the Dodge Motor Company thrived, and by 1919, it employed 17,000 people and generated significant profits. Tragically, both John and Horace Dodge died in 1920 from the Spanish flu, which some speculate was caused by Henry Ford's attempt to poison them. Nonetheless, the Dodge. And that concludes our fascinating journey through the captivating story of Henry Ford, the Dodge brothers, and the birth of two automotive legends. From their ambitious partnership to their eventual rivalry, this tale of innovation, betrayal, and perseverance has left an inevitable mark on American history. Like and subscribe for more informative and helpful contents. Thank you for watching.